Hi everyone, welcome to Simmer's Gab. I'm a Rose and Bloom,
And I'm just 2G.
and we're here for the last episode of season one.
Oh,
But yay, also because then we can fix some technical difficulties.
yes. My God. This is going to be the death of us, all these technical things.
Yep. Welcome to round two of this. You won't see
Yeah,
the first half because you
it was
can't
so
hear
good.
me. It was so good. All
Hopefully, we
right.
can recapture that magic
I think
now.
I think we'll be able to, as we do talk about the same things over and over again anyhow. So I feel like
Like it was the first time.
I feel like we'll be fine. So we wanted to start off with catching up on the things we've been slacking on, which mostly are the viewers of the month.
Sorry, people.
We love you.
We do.
We do. So we're going to start off with December's viewer of the month, which who is, not witches.
Is drum roll. If anyone can hear that, I don't know. MastressAlita.
Yay!
We love your take from the Sims 3 perspective. It makes things so.
Brings us back to
Yeah, I was like, conjoined? Is that a word? But yeah.
I mean, it's a word. I don't know if it's a word you want.
Yeah,
Conjoined.
no, it's not what I want, but it's the first one that came to mind. But yes, we appreciate you and everything you have to say, Mistress.
Thank
And
you.
we're so glad that you are a avid watcher of our show.
Yay!
Yay.
Wonderful part of the community, so thank you.
Mm-mm.
And then we have January's viewer of the month,
January, who is.
OJenn.
Woo!
Yay!
Oh, Jen.
Yeah, OJenn. It's fun to get your viewpoints on everything, and your kind of like sarcastically humorous side notes that kind of fill in all the gaps there. So no, we thank you for definitely on the forums and stuff like that participating, and make sure you guys check the details below so you can find all the information on how to reach out to Mastress and OJenn because they're both fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And as always, thank you all for your continued support.
Yes.
Yay! We wouldn't be here doing this the second time without you all.
We do it for you
We
guys.
love you. Yeah. So Jess and I were like, how do we end the first season of Simmer Scab? Like, we need to come up with like a good way to end it. And us in all our glory were like, let's complain about the new stuff packs.
One that came out when we could actually talk about it, like relatively close to the release date.
Yes. So, since I guess we've really talked about the last group of stuff packs, two have come out.
Hmm.
And that was the movie set
The
one,
hangout
whatever the heck it's
stuff.
called.
Hangout stuff, yeah. I think.
Colorful things in a popcorn machine.
Popcorn stuff.
Yep. And then the wishing well stuff slash
Yes.
romantic garden.
Which I have not gotten yet because I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, you're still not missing much.
Yeah.
So, Jess, since you were the one who played the movie Hangout Stuff one before me, I
Hmm.
think you should tell everyone your opinion and kind of your experience of it when you got it and
Okay.
since then.
Um. So usually when I get a stuff pack, I don't investigate it. I just want to get it and look at it for myself first, so I could either be yay or on my own. But I wasn't completely convinced that I actually wanted it, so I wanted to see what was in it, what people thought about it first. So I actually watched, people's not unboxing. You can't unbox a video game, but like people's first looks, so to
Okay.
speak. And I was like, okay, it's not really what I thought, but the popcorn maker is cool.
Yay!
So I bought it for the popcorn maker, as probably many of us did. So it's the style of the clothing is interesting.
Not a
Um,
Just 2G style.
yeah. Um, I'm not gonna say what I really thought about it, but I
Oh,
don't want to
Jess.
offend anyone. But yeah, it's not what I. Okay, well, okay. The girls' dresses, love them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're cute. I actually like loud clothing, so
Okay.
I don't mind the fuchsia and the yellow, and
And teal.
that's. I would love a fuchsia dress myself.
Noted.
But and so like the shirts, they're okay for the girls, and the pants, it's not my style,
Right.
but but the guys' clothes, man, it's like a bum. They I hate them.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
I hate them. The hairstyles I do like.
Okay.
Um, the curtains, they're lively. Um, but I like the style of them. But even though they are lively, there's a way that you can incorporate them, like
For
with
sure.
some solid walls and solid everything else. And then that's like the pop of the room.
Right.
I don't mind that kind of busy. Um, the couches, I like the style. Well, the couch, not couches. There's only one.
Right.
Um,
Back to that.
yeah. um, I like the style. The colors, I like bright clothing. I don't like bright furniture. So I have a hard time using it.
I think I would have been better with it if they didn't have the wood being like pink or blue. Like if the
That's what I'm
wood was
saying.
like a wood color and then like the material was fuchsia or teal, I think I would still be able to rock it, but it's like when I find one I like but the legs of the chairs are like blue,
Mm,
I'm like,
yeah. So when I do use the couch, I use the same three ones,
yep.
like the one with the beige wood and the dark wood but yeah, so of course the popcorn maker, that's what I bought it for, but ironically I still have not popped any corn.
Nor have I. Not popped one single batch of popcorn.
Right.
That's sad.
So I guess this is yet another pack that I got for the hair
And
and
the
the clothing.
clothes. Do you know what's interesting though? Actually, the first time we recorded this, I didn't have this information, but I recorded 2 episodes of my ISBI Let's Play today,
Mhm.
and on in one of the episodes, Adeline had a lot of Adeline had a lot of problems. A lot of things did not go well for her, but she did end up watching a movie with someone, and I didn't realize like there are actually a lot of interactions after the movie where you could talk about the
Yes.
cast and you can like
You could talk about how
the
you hate it,
plot or loved it or declare it as your favorite movie or like favorite
favorite
genre.
genre. Yeah.
I didn't, so up until, because I hadn't even watched, I bought it and I hadn't even had my Sims watch a movie, let
I
alone pop
actually watched some
popcorn.
some movies. Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool that they could like actually have a conversation and like the conversation wheel developed based on what you were saying about the movie. Again, is that like something that I had to pay $10? Like they, do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
you don't get movies on your TV without this, right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So yeah, I guess you did have to pay 10
Right. Well, I
bucks for
mean, I
that.
know I had to pay, but I mean, is it something that was worth? I guess maybe the question
Oh,
is, was
well,
it worth the $10 so that I could say
no.
actors were the actors in this movie were great, or I liked the director, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So popcorn and ice
Pop-
cream. It's like going to the wayside. I was going through all my houses, and I don't have an ice cream maker. I think in any of my kitchens anymore, really, except for like old ones, like that I
mhm.
haven't updated.
The Pruitts have one. They made ice cream like twice.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
And then they're eating ice cream. It's like a hassle. I feel like
Well,
when they do stuff,
it's
it's
a
a hassle.
meal. Why does it have to be a meal?
I don't know.
Like they actually get full from it and it takes forever. Like a meal.
Like yeah, like when they eat macaroni and cheese for 4 hours, you're like,
Yeah.
Stop staring at the salt and pepper shaker. Let's get this show on the road.
Why is the cone like
It is
ginormous?
not. It is not. No.
It
It's so
is.
big. It's like the size of a child's head.
It is the size of a child's head, and they have no problems eating it.
Nope. Well, who has problems eating ice cream? Let's be serious.
It's true.
All right, so that was the movie one. And the other thing we didn't talk about was you were saying, because I remember you were saying this when we talked about this earlier, was that they didn't add any movie theater. Like, you can't go, like, you can't have the
Yes.
damn darn theater in your house. Oh, no.
I was so okay. So what I said was usually when there's a pack out,
Right.
Maxis will make some new venues and stick them in your gallery so you can download some extra stuff. So I actually had a need for a movie theater for some story. So I went to my gallery to go download one, and there wasn't one there from Maxis. So I have to go to the community, and it's so. I love the community. I do. It's just sometimes
Right.
it's frustrating to sort through everything, and
I don't know if it's the lot you have and the style
yeah,
because
it
Maxis
doesn't
is
have
very
CC
like,
and plain.
yeah, which is good. And then you can dress it up however you want, but not everyone builds like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you guys couldn't throw a theater together for me, seriously. And what you were saying last time was about the size of the things,
Where am
about
I
how you
supposed to
can't
put
even
that?
fit it in your backyard, and you have the legacy
Yes.
size yard.
I have the legacy size yard, and because, like, I mean, hey, listen, I'm all for, like, I know when new packs come out, there's always, like, a little bit of rearranging you need to do in order to include the new stuff.
Mhm.
But we have a legacy house. I've got a rocket ship, an observatory, the little playground with the
Mhm.
and then you got a garden, you got the yoga section, you got the
Pool.
pool, you got the hot tub. I mean, like, you have Generation 8 legacy happening. Where do I put the movie theater? There's no
Yeah.
space for that screen. I have to put it in the neighbor's yard in order to be able to watch it.
And that's my problem with it. So like it's movie hangout stuff, right?
Right?
So unless you want to do it on your TV, I mean, you have to hang out with your people somewhere else, go to another lot
Right.
and, either create one yourself or go find one. And like just to watch movies.
Yep. And okay, so this is, and maybe I know that there are new interactions post movie, like there's new things for them to talk about. I kind of thought that they were going to be able to do new interactions during the movie. I don't know what I thought they were going to be able to do, but like I really wanted like Adeline and the guy that she was watching the movie with to be able to like do something together while the movie was on. Do you know what I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about necessarily because they can
No, I
cuddle,
do. Yeah.
but like that's
They're not
always a good
watching the
one.
movie.
Right, and then they're doing this, like the side cuddle, which is always cute. Always looks super comfortable when they're cuddling. I'm always like, could that get more romantic? I don't know.
So the things that do take place while the movie's going on, some of it I think is really cute. Um, well, everybody knows oh no, because we didn't say this because the first take didn't go. I'm finished with my legacy challenge.
Ah!
Yay. Last chapter comes out on Saturday. So
Yay!
anyway, so Skyla and her kids, they were watching a movie and the kids were talking to each other while watching the movie and she kept shushing them. It was so cute. But so that I like, but all the other reactions are kind of random. Like oh, you haven't watched the movies.
Yes, I
There's this
have. I
one
started and I
where
saw them crying. I was like, what are you crying over?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not appropriate. So I was playing with somebody and they were watching that one where it's like a scientist and a robot or
That's the
something.
one we were watching.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think so.
So she was crying and I'm like, but he's catching the bad guy.
What's this movie about?
Yeah, it's like, why are you crying? Or they'll start cheering in the wrong places. Or so like I wish it was more intuitive than just a reel of things that they just do because they're watching a film.
Right. I agree. That was the part where I was like, come on, get it together.
Yeah.
All right. So overall, I think it was worth the $10. I mean, I like the little poofs. I feel like I'll use them in the kids' playroom when I get around to
Forgetting
making.
about those things.
I'm sorry. I mean, they're kind of cute.
Yeah, yeah,
They
they're
look like
cute.
your
I
grandmother
just
like sewed them, but they're kind of cute.
mm,
Um, I saw. I was reading. I've been catching up on Kathy T's neighborhood rotation that she's done her legacies over, and she
hmm
built a house or downloaded a house. There's a house,
probably down.
and it has a lot. It has,
She hates building.
yeah, and it has some stuff in it that from that one. I think it's her. I could be wrong, but I was like, okay, like it's cute. There, I've seen a couple of people put like the furniture and stuff in their builds and pull it off. I think I
Yeah,
just
you
need to
can do it.
I think I need to like set my mind to not to making it work.
Yeah, yeah.
um, so with that said, 14 seconds after they released the movie one, they released the romantic garden one,
Yeah,
which I was excited for because
me too.
because I'm not much for landscaping,
Me neither.
but
Hate it.
I hate it. But in The Sims 3, I liked how many flower options we had. It was one of my
Yes.
favorite things that there were so many, and I'm not talking about the bushes. I'm talking about the little tiny flowers that were like flat on the ground that have color on
hmm
them. Like that's what I'm
hmm
talking about. So I was like, okay, this might give us more of that because there's just not a lot of options. Like if you don't want the colorful like rose bushes or flat whatever, you don't have a lot of other options for color.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
5 plants came in the romantic garden stuff.
5.
You got the little tiny tulips, nope, irises. They take up less space than the wildflowers, and I was really disappointed in that because they're just these tiny little one square things. They come in 55 different colors, but
Uh-huh.
still the same design. So
hmm
there are irises. There's thistle,
Thistle.
which comes in this gorgeous pink color.
Pink thistle.
Pink and purple. There's purple and blue, I believe. Yeah,
I
right?
don't want pink and purple thistle.
I don't want thistle, but I especially don't want pink
Well,
and
yeah.
purple thistle. So there's that one. Then there's these. Okay, so, and then there's these plant. I hate them. They're like maybe too long. They're pretty narrow, but they're cone shaped and
Mm.
like weird cone shaped. Like it doesn't look like a flower you would see anywhere in nature, in my opinion. And my grandmother and my aunt have been florists, so I feel like I've spent a lot of my life around flowers, and I'm like, I don't know where you find these. Also, awkward colors. And they don't fit anywhere really well. Like they
Mm.
anyway. So then there's those, and then there's two taller plants. They're like bushy at the bottom, and then they come up the center, and then they have like the flower on them. And one's a little bit bigger than the other. And that's it. And they come in like I said, probably like 12 different colors each. But that's it. And then you get this big rose bush that's too big
Mm-hmm.
because we talked about this when you have move objects on, which is generally, especially how I like landscape, when you push it up against the house or whatever it is, it goes through it. And then when
Mm-hmm.
it's up to the appropriate thing, it sticks out really freaking far. And if you don't have like a legacy lot or something like that to put it on, that's your yard. Like that's your entire yard.
Yeah.
And some statues, and then the wishing well, which is the coolest part of the entire pack. But again, it should have been like called like the wishing well pack, and I would have known what I was getting. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have still bought it. I'm a sucker for anything that they you need
Uh-huh.
you want my money here.
Yes. Take it. Please.
I don't care what you give me. Um but I wish that that's what they had called it because I mean it had some garden stuff to it, but honestly, and we've said this before, and I think maybe Sunny Shay might have been the one who pointed it
Mhm.
out on the forums. To me, the garden one was like, oh, well, in Get Together, we had like 15 extra objects that we could easily throw in here, but like, you know what? Let's just make a whole new pack for it. And that's what it felt like to me.
Yeah,
Because a lot of
that's
this
what a
stuff
lot of
is
the stuff.
exactly the same, or like the
Yeah.
same colors and patterns. That being said, would you like to hear a fun story about Brandon's experience with the wishing well?
Yes.
Okay. So I was like, I haven't used the wishing well yet. I have it. I had put it in a couple of different yards, but I haven't used it. So I'm playing the Legacy Challenge, and Brandon gets a whim to ask the wishing well for a promotion. And I'm like, at level 9 for him, so he's like almost at the top of his career. And like, oh my gosh, we were literally like this close away in performance. And I was like, let's just do it. Well, the wishing well was not granting us any favors. So his performance, we made the wish, threw the coin in, and it went all the way down. His performance went all the way down, and I cannot. Every single day he gets home from work, I get a call from the boss that says, your performance is not high enough and you are up for a demotion. I'm like, please don't demote it. Careful
Poor
what you
guy.
wish for. Careful.
Wow.
So,
But so even with the popcorn pack, as almost kind of useless as it is,
mm-hmm.
seeing as how we haven't even used the popcorn maker yet, I'm not going to defend it, but compared to this wishing well thing, at least there are things in the movie one that I would actually use. True, I don't like the colors of the couch, but I could use a couch.
Right.
The curtains are loud, but there are curtains. I
Right.
could use some curtains, and the hair so I mean there are things I would actually do with it, but I don't landscape, so even though that part of it did kind of excite me a little. It's like, oh, I can make a nice pretty garden. Really? Anyway, um, I don't need a wishing well.
You would
A
now,
wishing
yeah.
well is not something I'm going to plop in my Sim's backyard. So, apart from a really awesome story idea, which I can think of quite a few,
Right.
but I'm not.
Because you're not
Um,
allowed to write any other stories at this point.
yeah. So, so I mean, I like the movie theater. That's something you would have to do off your lot. So I'd have to take my Sims away from the comfort of their house or whatever to go to some other
Poor
place.
Legacy Sims. You're not allowed off your lot ever!
I mean, what do they need to go for? They have everything at home, so
It's true.
save me some load screens. But but no, seriously though, I mean, like, I don't want something that I kind of have when I have to. I kind of have to go off my lot to use.
Right.
And it's not like you're going to go there every day. I
That's
mean, I
true.
know it's only what 10 simoleons or
One. Oh, tens.
oh,
What do you
one
mean?
simoleon
To make a
is a
wish?
yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can offer the wishing well a flip ton of money.
Ah,
I don't know if that makes it happier or not, but
that would be that will make a very interesting story or a scene in a story, but
well, and this is the other thing we talked about and still rings true. You and I are very realistic players. So like one of the really cool things that you can or one of the neat things you can do is like wish for a child or a love of your life, whatever it is, like a partner.
mhm.
And the wishing well might grant you an actual child, but it also could grant you an evil kid or a ghost kid or a ghost spouse or I think it was a enemy with benefits.
Enemy with benefits.
Yes.
What the heck?
Well, use your imagination.
What is that?
I'm sure you can figure it out. But
Wow.
But that's not how you or I really play. Like I can't imagine like taking my legacy spouse to the wishing well for like or my legacy heir for a spouse. Like
Yeah.
that's just not.
Yeah.
I'd be. I'd freak out. There's too many. There's too much. What if
I
I
mean,
get an
what?
enemy with benefits or a ghost spouse? Like I can't play like that. Ah. And I know
Yeah.
like there are so many people out there who can. Like we talked about this, like Citizen and people who write like her.
Mm-hmm.
They've got
Like
stories for
supernatural
like
type things.
days and
Yeah.
weeks over there. But you and I are like,
It's
this is not
like,
our story.
yeah.
It's not our genre.
Yeah.
So it's also kind of like even having Brandon wish for this promotion and getting I'm like, come on, man, like what? Take the wishing well out of the house. They get I have Avalon wishing to go or wanting to go to the wishing well because she wants to not be clumsy because like her she one of her traits is clumsy. I'm like,
You can get rid of
I don't
traits.
I have no idea because I won't go to the wishing well and do it for
Oh.
her. It just says like wishing well wants to wish from clumsy trait. I'm like, what do you want me to do about that?
Oh. It'd be funny if she fell down the well.
Can they fall down the well? No.
I don't
If
know.
my air falls down the well, that is it. I will boycott. Oh my god, I could totally see her falling down the well too. Like,
Well,
whoops.
she's done her duty now, so
Hey, don't.
it's
Yeah, that's
okay.
true.
It's okay if she falls
It is
down.
not okay if she falls down the well.
I know.
Brody would be an awful single father. He's very distracted by the observatory. He like is always out there. What are you
Mm.
doing? Anyways. So that's how we feel. The cool thing is though, in both of those packs, you got some really cute hairstyles and some. At least the girl clothing was nice.
There's only one hairstyle in the wishing well.
And Avalon looks really nice with it.
She does. But there's only one hairstyle.
And clothes that don't look nice on women that have big peaches.
Oh.
Which apparently, since we added Thalia to the mix, all of the girls have big.
Yes.
I'm like, sorry,
That
ladies.
is the new Skinner trait.
It is. It used to be that pear bottom, and now it's the boobs. I'm like,
Hmm.
all right, ladies, do what you need to do. Whatever. All right, so to end on a happy note and us not complaining too much about all the wonderful things that EA has given us, Jess and I thought it would be fun to talk about the three traits we gave our sim selves and why. And we would love to hear from you guys about the three traits you gave your sim selves or would give your sim selves if you made one. You're up, boss.
Cool. So Jess has loner, foodie, and music lover.
Okay.
And of course, like everyone else, it was very hard to choose because it's like, how do you sum yourself up in three traits? Just like that annoying interview question. So, if you could choose three adjectives to describe yourself, I'm like, I don't think I'd be the person you want if I only had three adjectives to describe myself.
I don't get to be the person anyone wants for three adjectives.
Yeah. But so, and it took a very long time to settle. So what I did was I decided to just think really hard about myself and figure out, okay, like who at your very core, well, within the traits that we had.
Right, that also is important.
Yeah, because I'm probably not. I'm probably forgetting some stuff, but within the traits available, who are you like deep down when no one's looking and whatever stuff. Um, Loner. I mean, my sim self is always a loner. That's not. I mean, that was one I put on first because I knew. I mean, there's no. Everyone knows I'm a loner. It's just no question about it. Music lover. What is life without music?
Sad.
I don't want to know. So okay, this is random. Um, I have very very extremely random thoughts, and
Really?
there are some times when I'm like, okay, if you had to choose between being blind,
Mm.
deaf, or what's the third one? Or maybe it's just blind or deaf.
Okay.
Which one would you choose? And true, I wouldn't want to be either because I think they would both be like freaking scary.
Right.
But if I had to like, had to have one, I think I'd choose blindness
Yeah.
because having I mean, no hearing,
Not be
no
able to.
music,
Hmm. But
just
then no sunsets, no.
don't care. Don't care. I will take good music over a good sunset any day.
I agree. Because music could invoke a sunset in your mind in its
Yes.
own way.
Yeah, my crazy imagination. Yeah.
I
I don't
agree.
need to see. Well, I'd miss seeing stuff, but I
I
don't
would
need to.
miss hearing stuff way, like hearing music way more. I
Right.
agree.
So yeah, that's why I chose music lover. And what's the
Foodie.
foodie. So I call the foodie trait the food snob trait because that's
Truth.
exactly what it is. That's what I am, a food snob.
Foodies are not a big fan of earwax salads,
No.
which J Rose, by the
And
way,
why would they?
J Rose can make an epic earwax salad.
I don't play with Jess that much, so I don't even know if she would even make that.
She comes and visits. She's always at my front door.
Yeah.
I'm
You
like,
should
hey,
have her make salad for you sometime and see if she puts
come
the
on in.
earwax. You know what we need? Remember in The Sims 3 the influence thing where you could tell people to do stuff? Why can't we have that anymore?
We have something where you're able to ask about other Sims and like
Yeah, but that's
hook
just
up
like
with
your
them.
opinion of people. I'm saying
Whatever.
go wash my dishes type influence.
Jess, come on in. Go wash my dishes.
Yeah,
Okay.
influence. Anyway,
So why'd you pick foodie? Food snob.
because I'm a food snob.
Mm.
I love good food. I like talking about good food. I love watching cooking shows and going out to restaurants. And I just food is a good hobby for me.
Food is a good hobby for a lot of people. I
Yeah.
agree. Food is good. All
And
right.
life without good food is just not the kind of life I want to.
Good food and music. Whew.
Good food and good music is a great night.
By yourself.
By myself, with people, whatever.
Or with like people you like. So that's the thing about J Rose
Hmm.
that we talked about. So
Yeah, she's.
Jess is a loner,
Hmm.
but she's not a jerk about it.
She can function at times.
I gave
Sometimes
J Rose the loner
she
trait.
can't function.
She cannot function. She's always tense. Everyone has like screenshots of her, and I'm like, sorry about that face that she's making and how her knuckles are always. She just doesn't. She's crazy.
Yeah.
So she's a loner in the worst kind of way, apparently. On top of it, I gave her creative because I was like, I like to write and read and draw, and I feel like that's a big thing. And this is my big complaint if I had one. I gave her geek.
Mm.
And she mostly is a geek. She gets, much like me, upset when she hasn't had enough time to play video games, and she likes to talk about nerdy television shows. And but they threw in like other stuff that's not geeky into it, like stuff that's nerdy and stuff that's dorky. For example,
And there's a difference between
there's
dirt, dork, nerd, and geek.
there's huge
For you
difference.
people who don't
And
know.
when my sim gets a whim to go dig for fossils, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
It's like,
Why
we
do
don't
you
do that.
why do you need fossils? Focus. Like go play video games. So that's my big like thing about it is I feel like they should separate it. And
Hmm.
one thing I was thinking when you said you gave Jess the loner trait and when I gave Jaros the loner trait, I'm not actually a loner. I'm an introvert. And
Hmm.
introvert used to be that was a Sims 3.
That was, yeah.
And I mean, if the game really did it right, like followed it for what introversion and extroversion actually is, it's how you recharge. So,
Hmm.
like, I like being around people. I like being in public, and for the most part, I don't mind being around people. I just need to, like, recharge on my own by being a geek and playing video games, like, or
It
reading
all
a.
ties in together.
Right. So, It's not that like when I'm at a bar. I mean, sometimes when I'm at a bar and there are people there, I do get tense and the fist, but for the
Mm.
most part, I don't actually. So, but yes. So, what are the three traits that you guys gave your sim selves or would give your sim selves if you don't have one for some weird reason?
Don't call people
No,
weird.
I'm just saying, make yourself, make a sim
Even though
self.
all the best people are weird.
We are. We so are.
Yeah.
So yeah, what three traits would you or have you given your sim self? Let us know and tell us why, because we're interested.
Yeah.
And we're kind of at that point, guys, where we're
Oh,
at the end.
yay.
We said on the live stream that we need ideas for next season. We are taking an undisclosed amount of time off to figure out technical issues and write up a legitimate schedule with ideas again. So give us your ideas. I know some of you have on the forums. You've messaged us or left comments. Please make sure you do like actually message us so that we don't lose them.
Yeah.
Our email is simmersgab@gmail.com. So if you have an idea, just email us.
Mhm.
Special guests, more live episodes, all kinds
More
of
interaction,
yes, we are
fun
very
stuff.
yeah, we're gonna be way
Yeah.
fun. I mean, we're fun now, but it's just gonna the
It's going to be
epic
epic.
just gonna go up a notch or two. But thank you for watching all these episodes with us.
Yes. Thank you all. We love you.
We do. We appreciate it so much, and keep the conversations going on the forums even after the season has come to an end, so that uh, you know we're motivated to start season 2.
Not that we aren't already,
We
but
so are.
yeah.
But just to know you're all there, that helps. Yeah. Anything else?
That is it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Ta
Bye.
ta.